Welcome to All Things YouTube.
Hello, Internet. I'm Matt Haas, and we're going to talk about video editing, software to edit your video. This is a fun topic for me. I love editing video. There are a lot of options for you right off the bat. There's no wrong answer. Many programs will do just fine for what you need. The first 3 years I was on YouTube, I used iMovie, which comes free when you purchase a Mac computer. It worked fine. Stuff looks brilliant. All good. The three top players when it comes to video editing software are Adobe Premiere, Final Cut Pro X, and Blender. These three can do everything you would ever want to do in your career as a video editor, and feature films have been made with those software packages. They're amazing. So if you want to future-proof yourself and learn something that you will always be able to do years in the future, those are the three that you want. Now let's talk about pricing. Adobe Premiere has a monthly fee. If you stop paying, you don't have the program anymore. Final Cut Pro is a one-time fee of $300, and Blender is free. Blender is an open source software, and it doesn't have all of the niceties and ease of use as the other two, as Adobe Premiere and Final Cut Pro X, but it is just as capable. And it's also a 3D modeling application built into it, as well as a video editor. It's a beast of a program, but it's 100% free. Adobe Premiere is Windows and Mac. Final Cut Pro X is Mac only. iMovie, as I mentioned, Mac only. And Blender is Windows and Mac, and also Linux. So if you like to learn and know where all the knobs and switches are, give Blender a try, but it's daunting. Video editing is the most difficult program to master because you have a series of images that change over time, yet you're working in a two-dimensional space. It's a very hard concept to make easy on a two-dimensional space. But there are resources everywhere. The reason I mentioned Adobe Premiere, Final Cut Pro, and Blender is there's tons of free and low-cost learning to get your skills up to speed. But whatever you have, it will probably be just fine, even the free stuff. Don't get bogged down with all of the fancy features of video editing. You need to know how to trim clips, you need to know how to cut stuff out of clips, and you need to know about transitions. I'm not talking about the fades and the wipes and the, those types of things. Don't focus on that. There are a few transition types that Hollywood uses that you could use in your video. I'll give you an example. Did you ever watch something where someone's talking to the camera and then the scene changes, but you can still hear their voice? What about the opposite way? What if someone's talking to the camera and then perhaps you hear a train on the tracks coming towards you, but you don't see the train on the tracks right away, and then it flips? What I've just described is an L cut and J cut, and you should learn what those are. I'll link resources in the documentation that goes along with this course. That way, you can just focus on what you need to focus on for video editing and ignore some of the other stuff that really doesn't add that much value. All right, we're going to leave it here for this topic. Thank you. Drop a like if this was helpful. The next item in the course is always on top. And if you're not a Patreon member, go ahead and join the Patreon. It's $5 a month, gets you access to get questions answered from me on that platform. All right, we'll leave it here. Thanks, Internet.